Wow. I'm at a loss of words here, guys. This is complete madness. A moment of silence, before we get into it, let's just have a moment of silence for all the haters. Where are all these haters at now? I've been giving you guys updates on a daily basis, no matter what has happened, no matter what the market condition was. And one thing I specifically have said to you guys from the beginning, we're still in a bull market. We are still in a bull market, believe it or not. Historically speaking, we are in a bullish trend. And now what we're going to see, mark my word, you're going to see everyone turn into the biggest moon boy that they ever have been. Like they, have never been talking bad about, crypto markets. And me as a content creator, I get to see it firsthand. The people that talk negative about, the markets when it goes down, but, when the market pumps up, it's just, them turning into, the biggest bulls that, are out there in existence. But what a great day, to everyone that is part of the XRP community that has been dollar cost averaging in. And, most importantly, the ones that have held are the ones that are really feeling the love here. We're up 9.3%, with some big news coming out today. We're going to be talking about all of that. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So we're going to start off with the price. $2.32 is the XRP's price right now, up 2.6% in Bitcoin compared with the market cap at 135.7 billion, guys. And the 24-hour trading volume at $4.7 billion. Looking at some of the stuff, the biggest news of the day as far as XRP is concerned, of course, there's bigger news as well for the broader market, but for XRP specifically, SEC has officially filed for a $50 million settlement with Ripple over XRP lawsuit. Now the judge just has to sign off, and this is done. It's done for, it's behind us, and this is major news for the XRP community. And it's quite interesting how crazy the timing really was for this. As Bitcoin broke out, you did see this announcement coming. Were they waiting for this specific announcement to come out? Potentially, maybe. Let me know your personal thoughts down below regarding this. But today, Bitcoin was already looking good. If you've been following my channel, you guys know Bitcoin has been looking amazing. But Trump today has come out and said something that really brought in more excitement towards the crypto space. You can see, President Trump says, you better go out and buy stocks now. This country will be like a rocket ship that goes straight up. Of course, we understand the correlation side of things. I said this in my Cardano update. If you didn't end up watching it, if not, totally fine. But we did see a little bit of a switch in the correlation between the equity markets and the crypto markets over the last 1 month and a half. But in the grand scheme of things, they still are highly correlated. And crypto market did react in a very positive way to that. Went up to $104,000 for BTC, which is insane to think about. And speaking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin is officially surpassing Amazon to become the 5th largest asset in the world by market cap. Here we have it, guys. We are heading towards mass adoption. Things we used to dream of back in the day, it's really becoming a reality right in front of us, and a lot of haters are going to be left speechless. And this is like, the internet, boom. Definitely like that, because of course now as there is a lot of interest coming in, and of course a lot of people will overlook this. Remember, US wants to become the global hub of the crypto and the digital markets. So with that, guess what it's going to do? Guess what? Instead of all these developers, all these big companies going outside of the US, now they want to stay within the US. And I think this could just make not just the US economy, but a lot of success in the upcoming years ahead of us. And huge news coming out today. But speaking about the huge news, Deribit obviously got purchased by Coinbase for a record price. You can see, Deribit, the world's largest crypto option and futures exchange by volume, today announced that it has entered into a strategic partnership with Hidden Road Partners, the global credit network for institutions. As a result of the partnership, counterparties leveraging Hidden Road's trading network will be able to select Deribit as a venue of access crypto derivatives. And look at this, Chad brings up a very good point. Well, now, isn't that interesting? Deribit, Coinbase, Hidden Capital, and Ripple kind of interconnected, with one another. Very interesting stuff. And look at what Smoke says. The Ripple settlement is in. Now, eyes on the stablecoin bill. A potential settlement aligned with the Genius Act stablecoin framework could accelerate XRP's reintegration into the U.S. financial markets, potentially supporting its price and attracting institutions institutional investors, which I think it already is doing. I think OTC numbers never really get into consideration. And when you look at it from that standpoint, there is a lot happening right now. If you're looking at the dominance here, dominance has gone down quite substantially, and even in the last 20, not even the last 24 hours, I would say since our last night update, you saw dominance falling down even more, while Bitcoin has done the complete opposite, pumped up like crazy, retesting some of the levels we haven't seen since the beginning of the year. We're on the verge of breaking towards an all-time high, and we are about to see a daily candle close around this range, which again would be the biggest bullish sign in my opinion, which again gives us a clear indication where the price of Bitcoin is going. But XRP is feeling the love right now. Again, obviously, a lot of people are going to come out and say, well, why is the price of XRP not in the 23.6? Well, of course, that is due to the fact that the dominance, which I talk to you guys about on a daily basis, is at a level of 64.48%. Even after pulling down quite significantly, it is still really, really high. But Bitcoin is looking amazing right now. I think Bitcoin could head towards a new all-time high before we really see that altcoin season occurring. But XRP is seeing that gradual increase. You could see, we are retesting April 28th level, and I think we are going to break out of that range. If we're able to break out of this range, guys, I think we push up to $2.47 and then the 23.6 retest for the first time since March, which is a level to be looking out for. And I think, that is coming very fast, believe it or not, especially if we're able to break out of this key range. If you want to put this into perspective in terms of, the move itself, it's only a 10% move. Getting into the red zone is extremely important. This is the all-time high territory, as you guys know. After that, pretty much the rest is history. But we're going to take it one step at a time. Let me know down below what you guys are doing right now. What are your personal predictions? And were you picking up altcoins, XRP, and other coins, while there was a lot of uncertainty across the market? That's what I want to know from you guys. Thank you for all your support. If you did end up watching this video till the end, comment down below moon so I know that you guys have watched it till the end. Love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for all your support. We'll see you later. Been Crypto ZX, and peace out.